Hi, I'm Alon, and I'm going to be telling you a little bit about our app, YouFirst. Preventable medical error is one of the leading causes of death in America, responsible for 100,000 deaths and over 1 million injuries per year. About 10% of preventable medical error is caused by miscommunication, and a lot of that is miscommunication between the doctor and patient. Our app, YouFirst, employs a simple yet effective strategy to reduce the number of miscommunications between doctor and patient and potentially save lives.
Every day, many people face terrifying news in the doctor's office. Many of these people have questions about their condition. They may be confused or scared, but what they all have in common is they are unsure of what to ask. And while many different apps give you the opportunity to ask questions online, YouFirst is the first app to give you personalized questions to ask your doctor.
There have been a few attempts at increasing doctor-patient communication, the most notable being the MedicsCom app. This app increases communication by providing transcribed phone conversations for both the patient and the doctor. However, this increases the patient's awareness, not the patient's understanding.
There are a few criteria that were very important to us when designing our app. The first is to keep the main goal in sight, increasing doctor-patient communication. Not only should the app increase communication, it should also make sure that the patient understands the information that they are being presented. The app will take into account many different variables about the patient. It'll account for age, previous illnesses, medication that the patient is currently taking or has taken. The list goes on and on. So that means that the app should be easy to use and understand. An important aspect of any app involving the patient is to not have the app do all the work. Patients are too often uninvolved with their health care, believing that they are supposed to just let the doctors do their thing. This simply doesn't work.
Our approach takes the best from the previous approaches and combines it into one app. YouFirst is designed to increase the doctor-patient communication by providing a list of questions to the patient that he can ask his doctor so that he better understands the situation he is in. Also, by having the patient talk to the doctor, the patient is a participant in his own healthcare conversation and therefore will feel more in control of the situation.
The design of our app was based on one single principle, simplicity. Because many medical errors happen more often to elderly patients, the app should be intuitive and allow them to access the same amount of information as any other user. The interface we selected was a step-by-step design, where each page of the app follows sequentially from another. This reduces confusion while using the app. The first step is to select the reason you are using the app. For example, if a doctor prescribed the medication naproxen for osteoarthritis, then on the first page of the app there would be a button labeled Prescription, along with other common reasons for using the app, such as diagnosis, general surgery, test results, etc. The second page would be even more specific, allowing the user to select the ailment for which he is receiving the treatment. In our example, this would be osteoarthritis. Next, the user is given a first set of questions that are relevant to the medical situation. The patient can then select if the doctor is offering them a treatment choice. The third page would allow the user to select the kind of treatment or medication the doctor is recommending. In this case, it would be naproxen. This information would not be stored or shared. It would simply be used to bring up additional relevant questions. The information requested from the patient would vary depending on the selection, but would most likely include height, weight, gender, used to calculate BMI or body mass index of the patient. This information could alert the app to possible risks and prompt the patient to ask them. A list of questions could be assembled by asking doctors what patients should be aware of and formulating questions based on their answers. Once the list is complete, it will require updates for new treatment options based on new scientific studies. User feedback can also affect future iterations of the app. For example, the user has the option of entering questions that they think should have been asked. These questions could be added to the database if they are relevant.
The potential impact of the app in our community and in the world at large could be huge. Medical error is still one of the most prominent issues today, and we are trying to take a new approach to reducing it. When patients are more educated about their care, they are more likely to understand and be able to determine if a medical error is made. This app could help increase care standards, increase hospital safety, and ultimately change the world.